Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here today. We're going to explore the relationship between deviation, CAPA, and change control. This is a crucial topic for maintaining quality and compliance in our processes. Over the next few slides, we'll cover how these elements interact and how they help us improve continuously. Let's get started. Let's talk about why these processes are so important. Deviation management, CAPA, which stands for corrective and preventive action, and change control are all interconnected within a quality management system, or QMS. This interconnectedness is especially critical in regulated industries like pharmaceuticals, where maintaining high standards is not just a goal but a requirement. These processes work together to ensure that product quality is preserved, even when issues arise. They help us identify problems through deviations, then analyze and correct them with CAPA, and finally, implement necessary changes safely and effectively through change control. By doing this, we're not only fixing problems, but also preventing future ones, which promotes continuous improvement. Ultimately, these processes are vital to maintaining regulatory compliance and ensuring that the products we deliver are safe and effective for patients. They form the backbone of a robust quality system that supports ongoing excellence in our industry. Let's walk through the relationship flow when deviations happen. First, when a deviation occurs, it is recorded and then thoroughly investigated. During the investigation, we aim to identify the root cause of the issue. If we find that this deviation has a significant impact, we then raise a corrective and preventive action, or CAPA, to address it. The purpose of a CAPA is to implement a permanent solution. This could involve updating standard operating procedures, modifying equipment, or enhancing training programs. Once we determine the appropriate corrective action, we implement it through a formal process called change control. Change control is a critical step because it ensures that we conduct a proper risk assessment, perform impact analysis, obtain necessary approvals, and execute the change correctly. In summary, the flow is straightforward. A deviation is an event that prompts investigation, the root cause is identified, and if needed, a CAPA is raised to fix it. Then, a permanent change is implemented through change control. This process helps us maintain quality and compliance throughout our operations. Let's look at this example case involving a temperature excursion in a cold room. So, the deviation occurred when the temperature went outside the acceptable range of 2 to 8 degrees Celsius, reaching as high as 12 degrees Celsius for about 2 hours. This kind of event is critical because it can impact product quality and safety. The deviation was properly recorded in our quality management system, which is essential for maintaining traceability and accountability. Following that, an investigation was conducted to find the root cause. It was determined that the issue stemmed from a faulty temperature sensor calibration, which meant the sensor was not providing accurate readings. Additionally, there was a delay in the alarm response, which allowed the temperature to stay elevated longer than it should have. This example highlights how important it is to have reliable sensors and prompt alarm responses. It also underscores the need for thorough documentation and investigation when deviations occur, so we can prevent similar issues in the future. Connecting this to our overall theme, it shows how proactive monitoring and quick action are key to maintaining control and ensuring compliance. Let's walk through this example of a temperature excursion in a cold room and how we handle it through CAPA, or corrective and preventive actions. First, the corrective action involves replacing the faulty sensor to ensure accurate temperature readings. It's crucial because a faulty sensor can give false readings, which might lead us to believe everything is fine when it's not. Next, we quarantine the affected batches and evaluate the product impact. This step helps us prevent potentially compromised products from reaching patients or customers and allows us to assess how significant the issue is. On the preventive side, we need to revise our calibration frequency. Regular calibration helps catch sensor issues early before they cause bigger problems. We also train staff on immediate responses to temperature alarms, so they know exactly what steps to take if the temperature goes out of range again. Additionally, introducing automated alert escalation, like SMS or email notifications to the QA team, ensures that alarms are promptly addressed without delay. All of these actions are about not just fixing the problem, but preventing it from happening again, which is central to our overall quality and compliance goals. Let's look at this example case involving a temperature excursion in a cold room. The first key point here is the proposed change. We plan to update the standard operating procedure for cold room monitoring, which means refining how we track and record temperature data. Additionally, we're adding a new calibration procedure with shorter intervals. This helps us ensure the sensors stay accurate and reliable over time. Another important step is implementing a new automated alarm notification system. This will enable us to receive immediate alerts if temperatures go out of range, allowing for quicker corrective actions. Of course, with any change like this, we conduct a thorough risk assessment. The goal is to confirm that these modifications won't negatively impact product quality or compliance with regulatory standards. Once the review process is complete, the changes are approved by both the QA and engineering teams. After approval, we move forward with executing the changes. Overall, this example highlights how systematic change control helps us maintain the integrity of our processes, especially when addressing issues like temperature excursions. It's all about ensuring continuous improvement while safeguarding product quality and compliance. Now, let's look at this example case involving a temperature excursion in a cold room. One of the key outcomes was that the temperature monitoring system proved to be much more reliable than before. This means we can trust the data it provides, which is crucial for maintaining product integrity. Additionally, we trained staff to respond more quickly and effectively when issues arise. This faster response time can make a big difference in minimizing risks and preventing damage. We also ensured that compliance was maintained throughout the process, which is essential for meeting regulatory standards and avoiding potential penalties. And finally, by addressing this specific deviation, we were able to prevent similar issues from happening in the future. This case really highlights how improving monitoring systems and staff readiness can enhance overall control and safety in our operations. Let's take a closer look at the regulatory expectations surrounding CAPA. First, FDA 21 CFR Part 211.192 emphasizes that companies must conduct thorough investigations whenever a deviation or quality issue occurs. This means not just identifying what went wrong, but digging deep to understand the root cause. Once you've identified the root cause, implementing an effective corrective and preventive action, or CAPA, is essential to prevent recurrence. Moving on, the ICH Q10 guideline, which outlines the pharmaceutical quality system, also highlights the importance of CAPA. It views CAPA as a fundamental component of maintaining and continually improving product quality. Essentially, it underscores that CAPA isn't just a one-time fix. It's part of an ongoing process to ensure quality at every stage. Finally, the EU GMP Chapter 1 also places CAPA as a key element of quality management. It recognizes that a robust CAPA system is vital for compliance and for fostering a culture of continuous improvement. Connecting these points, it's clear that regulatory bodies worldwide see CAPA as a cornerstone of good manufacturing practices. They expect companies to investigate thoroughly, act decisively, and integrate CAPA into their overall quality systems. This is all about ensuring consistent product quality and patient safety, which remains at the heart of our entire discussion today. Let's wrap up with the key points from this slide. A deviation, as you know, is an unexpected event that requires us to investigate what happened. When we find the root cause and determine that corrective or preventive actions are needed, we initiate a CAPA, corrective and preventive action. This is an essential step to prevent recurrence and improve our processes. Now, if these actions involve making permanent changes to our processes, documents, or systems, we handle those through change control. This ensures that any modifications are properly documented, reviewed, and approved to maintain compliance and quality. Connecting this to the overall theme, it highlights how systematic handling of deviations and CAPAs helps us uphold high standards in our operations. It's all about continuous improvement and ensuring our processes remain robust and reliable. Questions and discussion time now, so thank you all for your attention throughout this presentation. If anyone has any questions or comments, please feel free to share them. I'm happy to clarify any points or dive deeper into certain topics. Also, don't forget to check out our other videos on our channel. There are useful resources on deviation, CAPA, and change control that can complement what we've covered today. And if you found this content helpful, make sure to follow our channel so you can stay updated on future videos. Thank you again for your participation and engagement.